Turn on the TV and watch the news. The global economy is in a mess. The world order has changed, and new business rules have changed. Do you know, next, in China, and even the entire world, a very big business opportunity is emerging. You must seize it. Everyone here, the world's second largest exchange has already gone bankrupt this year, and the largest exchange is now on the brink of bankruptcy. People who have nowhere to trade cryptocurrencies are losing everything, and now they can't sell their houses. Compared to the housing prices in 2019, what is that? Everything Mr. Zhou is saying now is important. At the end of 2021, I already said, don't speculate in stocks, don't buy funds, absolutely don't buy. You must hold a heavy position and have no cash. The stock market definitely can't hold up anymore. Look, this year the average retail investor lost 7%, and even 80 professional investment institutions lost 2%. Everything Mr. Zhou says is important. Here, I'll give you the latest news for 2024. You all know that Apple spent 10 years investing tens of billions of dollars in the development of the Apple car. Just this year, Apple's Cook announced the discontinuation of production. Apple, which had invested tens of millions of dollars in researching the car, decided to stop and abandon it. The entire team has shifted focus to artificial intelligence research. Right? What does this concept mean? Think about it carefully. Really think about it. So I want to tell everyone present today, this is not a joke. The era of artificial intelligence has already arrived. In the month when the 2023 GDP check was released, we were happily attending classes and I talked about the arrival of the artificial intelligence era. The fourth industrial revolution has arrived. If you didn't seize the opportunity in the first three, you must grasp the fourth one. In the future, if you don't know how to use AI, AI will replace you. It's that simple. A new species has already emerged. Let me tell you, I've been working on AI since 2012. For those of you who have used Douyin or watched live streams, raise your hand. I want to tell you that since May of last year, 2023, on the internet, whether it's Douyin, Kuaishou, or Himalaya, you've heard many of my audio and video recordings, including watching my live streams. Our digital AI characters. They look exactly like me, sound exactly like me, and have the same intelligence as me. They can be driven by text, and now it's even more advanced. Try using GDP to write a script, then drive it with text, and it automatically broadcasts, generating countless short videos. Do you understand? My robots are making money for me, and it's pure passive income. You know what? Someone messaged me after taking my course saying late at night, you work so hard, you just finished a 4-day session with us, and you were on Douyin, live streaming until 4 a.m. last night. I feel so sorry for you. But in fact, I wasn't broadcasting at all. That was my digital persona, so broadcasting. What I want to tell you is that currently, half of the hosts doing live streams on Douyin are digital personas, all AI. And do you know why Teacher Joe has so many fans overseas? Because now I don't speak English, nor do I speak Japanese, German, or Korean, but artificial intelligence can speak any language I speak in Chinese. Isn't it frightening? This is the era of the future. So I want to tell everyone present, if you don't wake up, I want to give you a phrase. What significant connection does the future world have with you? Today, Huawei has already developed AI-driven cars, self-driving cars, and all the rural areas in China have completed testing. You can just take a nap in the car, tell it where to go, and that's it. How advanced is this car? It's so intelligent that when it reaches a parking lot, you can let it park automatically. You don't need to go to the parking lot, just call it, and it will come right up. If it's parked in a parking lot and there's a heavy rain with the tires submerged by a third, the car will automatically move to a dry place without you even starting it. Can it do that? It's already reached this level of sophistication, and this has been achieved. It's not a joke. Then try writing GDP reports, drafting documents, writing papers, being a lawyer, litigating, or being a doctor. It has already surpassed lawyers and these doctors just like that. And now, just recently, this new OpenAI has come out with something called Sora for making videos. You just need to tell it to create a scene of a Japanese woman walking in Tokyo. And wow, there it is. Create an astronaut wearing a red hat. And there it is. Then make 2 puppies playing in the snow. And there it is. You might think it's live action filming. But in reality, it's animated. And no human filming is needed. Artificial intelligence can generate the video you want just by talking to it. What does this mean? So I want to tell everyone here that the trend of artificial intelligence has already arrived. If you don't engage with AI, you'll amount to nothing. The future is the era of AI, and every industry will need to incorporate AI. If you don't, you'll be replaced by AI. So, I want to tell everyone here today that the reason Mr. Zhou has been successful is because I have always accurately predicted the rhythm of each era. The power of trends is what has made me successful. Before 2019, to be honest, Mr. Zhou wasn't even in the top 10 in China's education and training industry. But why do I have the status I have today? Why is that? It's because we planned early. As I always say, it's not that I'm smarter than others, it's just that I started planning earlier than others. Jinba, Xiao Yangge, including Mr. Zhou Wenqiang, all started doing live streaming back in 2016. At that time, Douyin didn't even exist, you know? So don't you all think that being early is more important than anything else? Therefore, I hope all our family members always remember to keep up with the trends, because trends are like the way of the world. They don't change according to human will. Whether you accept these changes or not, everyone here must accept them, because rejecting change is equivalent to rejecting wealth. So, no matter what you are doing today, every industry can use AI tools. AI is not here to take away your job in that industry. It's like when the internet came, everything could be integrated with the internet, and when micro businesses came, everything could integrate with micro businesses. Bo Sangjia, if you were doing training before, today you are still doing training, but you used to do it offline and now you do it in live streaming rooms. Those who understand what I'm saying, raise your hand, everyone. So, follow along, and you will always be the darling of the times. There is no era of Jack Ma, only Jack Ma of the era. We must always stay ahead of the trends. Those who understand what I'm saying, raise your hand. So I want to tell everyone here today, especially those in the great fortune of fire, this is your opportunity to change your social class. Do you know how much longer you have to change your family's destiny? Just 20 years? In the next 20 years, the entire world will experience social class solidification. In other words, it will become increasingly difficult for those from humble backgrounds to rise to prominence, because every industry in the world will become very clear-cut, much like present-day South Korea, Japan, and the United States, where it's almost very, very, very difficult to start a new business. Why is it that Chinese people are able to produce so many new elites? It's because of the reform and opening up, right? We are a developing country, but in the future, it will be the same in China. In 20 years, social classes will solidify. In other words, in the next 20 years, if you don't work hard, your entire future generations will just be workers, only able to be workers, to be honest. So these 20 years are your opportunity to change not only your own destiny, but also the destiny of at least 3 to 5 generations of your descendants. Therefore, I hope all of our family members will definitely do what? Definitely seize this 20-year opportunity. In these 20 years, the entire world will undergo significant changes, and if you seize it, you might rise suddenly.